Good morning, Pete here from A Bit Twisted. So today I'm checking out a new e-spinner. Never used one before. Made sure it's I did make sure it's working, so I do know that it wasn't buying something that didn't work. It was sold as is. Came with a booklet. It is a Babes e-spinner, and they actually still make spinning wheels. They use PVC pipe for the majority of their spinning wheel stuff to make them budget friendly for a lot of people to getting started in this. This one was one of the early e-spinners. As far as I can tell, at this point, they don't make e-spinners anymore. But they did contact me back after I emailed them today to find out. I wasn't even sure if they were still in business, and they are. So, what we have with this sewing machine motor, PVC frame, PVC flyer with dowels, and custom all plastic bobbins. These plastic bobbins will come in handy if I'm doing flax when I ply. So this may become a plying wheel. This did come with a large bulky bobbin. So this part here is the same size as this, so it'll hold a lot. And so that's beneficial because that way I can use it as a plying tool as well. But so this has a speed control here. And this speed control controls the max speed here, and back here there's no speed at all. The motor has your standard sewing machine foot pedal rheostat, which is fine, and it works. And to undo the band, just lift the motor up a little bit. This is a Irish tension wheel or a bobbin driven wheel, so there is no regular whirl back here, and adjustment is here in front using 2 Velcro strips and a piece of leather onto the shaft. And the shaft is a brass tube. Shaft is a brass tube with a cutout and a collar to keep it in place. And then it's just a straight brass tube all the way through. Fits into the hole on the far side. So I want to make sure your stuff is there. And so this adjustment band can be adjusted just like any of the bobbin driven wheels or Irish tension wheels, just like that. You just snug them down a little bit if you need a little tension, and that's about it. It's pretty slick. But so one of my things for spinning is when I'm spinning, I like to be able to pull back on it while I'm spinning, and that's usually with a double drive or a Scotch tension. And I can unwind the bobbin because it's not the bobbin. The bobbin's free floating. So on this one, it's the flyer that's free floating, and you can't pull backwards while you're spinning with this. So you have to kind of adjust everything. So I'm gonna lift this up and then back down again. So there is a Velcro thing on this side to help snug it in place, but the weight of this is way plenty. The Velcro is unnecessary, just unnecessary, even though they put it there. They did tell me that I have to take this arm off for the motor and the arm just, so we'll lift it off here, and the arm just pops off like this. So it's just a piece of PVC with it slightly cut here so it'll slip over, and move it to the other side to do reverse, and that is not working because all this down here is in the way when it's turned over. So what I've done is, if I want to reverse things here, let's get this set up here properly. So if I want to reverse this, I'm just going to undo this, and I'm just going to twist the drive band, so now there's a twist in it. And with a twist in it, it works. So I want to spin clockwise, which is standard. So it looks like there's a piece of Velcro up front that I can just kind of stick my yarn to it so it doesn't go anywhere. So it's Rolex, and got everything set up for draw up tension for drawing on. And so I've got my top speed set so I can't go any faster than this. So that's kind of about the speed I like to spin at. And then it'll just take it up. Just like so. So I'm not putting a ton of spin on this. I could put some more, but I'm not. Got enough back tension there. I can use this as kind of a long draw technique. And then just allow all that to go on, and then you stop it. And then you got these little sliding clips on the wooden dowels, and we just wiggle them forward just a little bit and move it. I actually like those instead of hooks. Since it doesn't automatically wind like a woolly winder. Makes it nice, makes a nice, neat bobbin. Being able to slide those sliders on the arms of the flyer. Be nice if this wheel was a combination where I could actually do all three, where I could do a double drive setup, electric double drive setup. That'd be cool. But anyway, it's not. This is just the Irish tension, or bobbin tension, or flyer tension. Instead of bobbin tension. So stop it. Wiggle it a little bit more. And just fire it up and go. So I might like a little extra speed to give a little extra twist. So then what I'll do is I'll take this doodad here, And I'm just going to ever so slightly bump it forward, just a wee tiny bit. And now you should be able to hear a difference. Yeah, it didn't take much. Then I can slow it back down using the foot pedal, but I can't go past that set speed, which is a good thing. That way it doesn't get out of control. And like on any wheel, if you're going to oil it, you want to oil here where it rides here. A little bit on the back. A little bit where the bobbin, and just a little bit, little bits of sewing machine oil. So for an e-spinner, I would say this is actually pretty darn good. Pretty easy to set up, simple to use. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing that they actually make them anymore. But in case they do, this is Babe's e-spinner. They do make other wheels. You can find the parent company online. Go hunt. I'll leave links in the video here. And you just get your stuff and for some people, this might be the way to go if you're traveling and you have electricity available. Something like this is perfectly fine. It's very, very compact, very good traveler for sure. So wiggle this forward a little bit more. So the company is going to be kind enough to send me information they have on this e-spinner. So I'll have that available for troubleshooting, all that kind of stuff. Motor doesn't seem to be hot. Sewing machine motors tend to live a long time. So I'm not too worried about that breaking down. So I'm going to back that speed adjustment off just a little bit. Draw that on. See, and I can just stick my thread to the Velcro and it stays put. Pretty cool. So I'm just going to bump this down just ever so slightly. And right now that's the max speed that I have it set. And you can see that this whole thing's not wobbling around or anything. I don't have a great amount of tension on the shaft. so just enough to draw on when I give it to it. And you can see I'm spinning pretty thin, which is what I like. Chunking the thread. So right now I'm sitting on my little stool, sitting in front of a little chair, and I just put this on the chair because it's at the same level as my stool, and it's just about the right height. It's very comfortable. Just got my foot on the throttle, and it just goes. I don't have to worry about treadling or any of that stuff. It just very consistent. It is noisier. So depending on what you like. Didn't know I'd like it, but this is actually not too bad. But getting the adjustments make it easy to draft and spin without over twisting or under twisting. Takes just a few minutes to figure it out, even without a manual. Then I'm just going to wrap my fiber right there, and there you have it. And earlier I did some and was able to do this and ply it, and I just flipped the band, just twisted that band around, and it worked. Reversed the direction and plied it just fine, just like any other spinning wheel. So there you have it. This is a new to me, older model Babes e-spinner, and hope you enjoy that.